Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Carl Prusa MMA. Today, we got a special guest. We got a returning guest to the platform. My guest was getting ready to fight in Fury FC on June 22nd against Cameron Graves. Slight change of plans. He's now fighting in the UFC, making his UFC debut this Saturday, taking on Oki Bolaji. He is the Texas kid. He is Mr. Michael Aswell. Mike, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Just living the dream.
You know, obviously some crazy stuff. You're getting ready for a big Fury contest. All of a sudden, yesterday, I look at Instagram. You're in. You're Bolaji's next opponent. Where were you when you got the phone call that this was all happening?
Yeah, man. I just finished training at the gym, and me and Josh Van were just running on the treadmill. We're doing our thing, getting ready, getting ready for our fights, and I get a phone call from my manager. I'm like, oh, that's a little weird, but calls me. He's like, hey, I'm really close to getting you in on this fight. Stay by your phone. So, all right, sounds good. So I was just, kept doing my run, finished up my run, kind of calling my coaches. Hey, this is what Jason's telling me. This is the opponent. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, we're close. So Jason called me again. He said, Sean Shelby said yes. Just waiting for the opponent to accept. So when you get to that point, you're kind of like, okay, I think I got it. Because, most opponents, most guys, most fighters aren't going to say no. It's just we're fighters. So we're going to say yeah. So I didn't officially get the official call until I got home. I was with my girl. And we're just kind of sitting around waiting. And 5, 10 minutes later, get the call. Jason says, hey, man, we got it. You're in. And then it was just a process of filling out like a bunch of forms and shit, getting my contract and stuff. But yeah, and so that was Thursday. That was Tuesday night. Packed all my shit, and then hopped on a flight Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., and then straight to medical, straight to media, straight to getting all my stuff, getting all my things packed, and then yeah. So now we're here.
No, it's definitely a long time coming for you. You know, last year you were on the Contender Series, an absolute war with Bogdangrad. And Dana White had said that you were going to get an opportunity to fight on short notice. You know, you already had a fight earlier last year in Fury. After that, you're about to do another one. You know, it was a good lengthy time period before you finally got the opportunity. What was your reactions like there, man? Did you always know in the back of your head, this was going to come, it's going to come, it's going to come, it's going to come?
Yeah, man, I got issues. I got a lot of problems in my head, and every week I'm just telling myself like I'm gonna fight this week. Like this week's the week I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. And there was a bunch of times where there was other people that got it and I didn't get it, and I'm not getting bashed. I'm not gonna be upset that hey, they got the opportunity. That's good, but I know my time's coming eventually. But I just had to stay ready. I just in case it didn't, but I always knew I was gonna be here. I always knew I was gonna get this chance. I just didn't know when and. You know, who would have thought it would have been on a card with no featherweights at all? So, like that's why I preach, and that's why I just continue to just stay ready. That's what they told me. They say, hey, stay ready. You don't know when. All right, sounds good. I can control staying ready. I can do that. So I did know. I did have a feeling it was coming, and this was just kind of a perfect opportunity. It was perfect, and it worked out really great.
No, that's another thing. You're going up a weight class in this one. You know, Oki is a 155er. For you, did it even matter at this point?
It never mattered. It didn't matter before. It didn't matter. Once I got there, I told him 145, told my manager 155. You let me know. I was prepared to make 45. If I'm prepared to make 45, then I'm prepared to make 55. So, both works for me. It does not matter. I'm ready to go. I train with people up a weight class. I train with people up 2 weight classes. I train with some of the best. So, I was ready.
You know, I think one thing with you, I think is going to make you very, very popular in this sport is your mentality, man. You're a dog. Any place, anywhere, anybody. You love this stuff, man. You absolutely live, breathe, die, everything fighting. For you, how important is that mentality for the success in your career?
It's everything. I mean, you could see guys like Josh Van. You see guys like Kevin Holland, and you can see what they're doing. They are changing the way that we're supposed to fight. I mean, we're fighters. We like to fight. If you like to fight, answer the call, get the fight, man. I've been pleading to get the fight, and I haven't been getting it. There's a bunch of guys that get the call and like, I can't do it, don't want to do it, or whatever the circumstances is, and I think my mentality, the way Josh thinks, I think we talk a lot, and we always come to the same conclusion that activity is key in this game, man. So if we can fight as much as possible, then we are, then we will. And you can see how well it's been doing for Josh, how well it's been doing, even for Kevin to jumpstart his career. So man, I'm just trying to follow the example and follow the lead. And like I said, I'm ready anytime, anywhere. So now that I'm here, someone falls out next week. I'd love to be on the fight card with JV, man. So and Kevin, shit, they're both on it. So don't matter to me, man.
We've talked about it before, all the sacrifices that you have to go through as a professional fighter. Obviously battling down the regional scene, you're not making millions of dollars there. You were a college student. I mean, you're studying for a math test and doing this on the side. I mean, for God's sakes, you did all this years and years of sacrificing, just hoping for this opportunity, waking up early, staying up late, day in and day out, to now have that path to be on that road that can allow you to achieve your dreams and success. Do you feel like right now is when this journey actually starts?
Yeah. This is the beginning, man. This is the new arc. This is the new chapter right here. It's almost like me and my coach been talking about. It's like when you go from amateur to pro. You can be a 10-0 amateur, belts all here. Once you turn pro, you're 0-0. The same concept when you get to the UFC, man. People don't care about your past fights. They don't care about your local fights, man. They just really care about what you do in the UFC. So it's a new chapter, it's a new start, and this is the beginning of my journey. And we're ready to go, man. And the opportunity called, and Michael Aswell answered always.
You surround yourself with teammates, with coaches that really push you, look out for you, want the best for you. Someone who means a lot to you is Saul Solis, the late Saul
Yeah.
Solis. What would he be saying right now if he saw this?
He'd be telling me, I told you. I told you to soak it in. He told me back in, contenders when I was cornering with for Jacob Silva. He said, really get into this moment, feel this moment, because this is gonna be you one day. Understand what it feels like. Understand, watch the walkout, feel the walkout. Get in this moment because this will be you. So be ready. He would tell me, I told you so. Let's go. Let's get this dub. And I know he's smiling. I know he's happy, man. I know he's beaming up there looking at me. I'm miss that guy. And I know he's with me and he's gonna be with me on Saturday.
For you, you're a type of person. I mean, you've envisioned this for so long. You kind of manifested this, and it came true for
100%.
you. How important is the mental side of the fight game?
It's everything, bro. 90%. Even maybe more. You know what I'm saying? This is everything. There could have been weeks where I could have been like, I'll just eat this, I'll eat that, and this. I could have been a lot heavier than what I was when they called me, and I would have, of course, I still would have done it, but it would have been harder, would have been tougher. This week's been great, bro. I really haven't had to worry about too much. Weight's been fantastic, man. I just got to really just enjoy being here, feel my moment, go around, do my thing, man. So it's everything, bro.
You've experienced fight week before in the past with Josh, but to be able to do this for you now, what was it like, walking into the media room, walking into the poster signing the posters, the cameras, putting on the gear for the first time? Was that almost
Mhm.
surreal?
No, it was like finally, like what we've been waiting for. I put on the clothes. I said, "Yeah, it feels good." It felt like I've been here before. It felt like I've been meant to be here. And now we're here. It's my turn. That's what it felt like almost. I've been watching my coach. I've been watching Daniel. I've been watching Josh, and they would always come. They would always tell me, "Hey, this is gonna be you soon. This is gonna be you soon. Be ready. Be ready." And I stayed ready. I stayed the course, man. I just trusted the process and putting on those clothes and putting on everything. It just felt like, yeah, finally, this is what this is what this is what I do. This is what I should be doing. This is how I should be. This is my dream. This is my life. So. It felt good. Of course, it's so real. It's so great. It's crazy because of how it happened. 3 days notice, all that. But man, like you talked about, I manifested this. I've been talking about this. I've been saying I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this opportunity, and almost blindly, just blindly telling myself like this is gonna happen, and it did, and it worked, and I'm just glad I'm here now. I'm ready to go.
So you're taking on Oki Bolaji on Saturday night. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent?
He's a tough opponent, man. He's had a couple fights in the UFC already too. So, like you said, he's 55 or a little bigger than me, and overall, he's a good, solid fighter. You're not gonna be in the UFC if you're not. So, I got a test that I gotta go, but I've been studying, I've been ready, and I've been preparing. So, I'm ready to go. Just like anything, I'm confident, I'm ready, and I'm excited.
One thing I love about this, I really feel like we have a potential fight of the night that just got made here. Both of your styles, he's the type of fighter, he's not just going to lay back. He's going to come to you. He's going to bring the fight. You're a type of guy, man. You're a firefight specialist. You love the dog fight. You love those nitty gritty, get in your face, exchange shots back and forth. For you, is this a Michael Aswell fight? Is this the best thing that could have happened?
Oh, absolutely. I think the matchup is, like you said, it's a great matchup. It's going to be good, and it's going to be who's going to determine the pace, who's going to determine who's going to take that first step back. And we've seen that a lot with me, and we're going to see who's going to take the first step back, and it's usually not me. But yeah, man, I'm ready. It's going to be a great fight. We're going to put on, like you said, we're going to put on a show, man. It's not many fights on the card, so we're going to go out there, going to go fucking go bang, man.
So you get to fight in familiar territory. You get to do it in the Apex where you did the Contender Series with that great battle against Bogdan. Fighting in that smaller cage, do you find benefits to that?
Absolutely, especially for my style, how I like to work. Smaller cage works a lot, but I also wouldn't mind a bigger cage. It don't matter to me, bro. We can make the cage even smaller. We can make it even bigger than normal. It's all good, bro. But like you said, I've been familiar. I've been in the Apex. I've fought there, so it's nothing new. It's my home. They gave they gave me a bonus over there. They named it after me. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. Like I feel good there. I don't mind fighting there. I enjoy fighting there, and I don't mind fighting anywhere, really, bro. I can fight anywhere. It's all good.
When you look at some of the guys from last year on the Contender Series, already some guys making big things. Your adversary last time, Bogdan Grad, he went out, he got a knockout bonus, TKO bonus. You had Malcolm Wellmaker getting a big knockout bonus. When you see these guys that were on that season with you are now winning fights, being successful, did that act even more of a drive, and you get some motivation out of seeing that?
Yeah, I mean, not as much. I just, I would watch it and I would just say like, hey, I've competed with those people. Or at least Bogdan. I saw Bogdan. He fought hard, and I said, man, I competed with him. I know I deserve to be there. So it wasn't more of a drive. I'm happy for those guys. I'm proud of those guys. Like good for them, changing their lives and doing their things. But the goals stay the same. It's just all about worrying about me, worrying about my time, and worrying about things I can control. And yeah, man, proud of them. Good for them. And I'm just glad that I'm getting this opportunity to shine. And I know there's some people on the Contenders that hasn't fought yet. So I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I'm able to get a fight in, even though I didn't win on the Contenders. So just staying ready, and just knowing that, hey, at any time, literally any time they'll call, and yeah, your boy answers the phone.
For me personally, I think one of the reasons why you're getting this opportunity and you're so sought after the Contender is that fighting style, man. It is a casual fan's dream to watch you fight, man. Anybody in mixed martial arts who doesn't like the way you fight, how much pride do you take in having that mentality of, going out there, pushing the pace, not giving up? You literally almost have to kill you to put you up.
No, you're gonna have to kill me, bro. Like that's how I fight, man. And I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna give it all. I just have so much heart. I got so much drive, man. And the only way to get me out of there is you're gonna have to take me out. And like you said, fans love to see it. I just love to fight. I love to put on shows, and this is what we do. It's an entertainment business. If people aren't watching, then we're not getting paid. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. So yeah, man, it's everything. This is how I fight. I just fight with my heart. I fight sometimes, with just my emotions on my sleeve, and I just go out there and do my thing.
How awesome was it to be able to call family members and tell them that this happened?
Man, it was everything, because they blindly have been just supporting me. They could have been like, hey, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. But instead, they said, okay, this is what you want to do, then we'll support you, whatever you need. And, I'm putting my paws in my corner this fight. It's going to be a blessing. My mom's going to be there, calling my mom and let her know, like, hey, I know you ain't been enjoying me fighting, but we did it. We made it to one of my goals I wanted to get to, and we're in the big show now. So now it's time to really take care of business and start this new journey.
Did you have to take off school to do this?
Nah, school's done. School's over. But I actually took off this semester just to kind of focus. It's weird. It's almost like I had a feeling like this was coming. So since December, I took that this last semester off just to focus, just to really put in that extra work. I just knew, man. I knew this time was coming. I knew I was gonna have it. I didn't know when, but I knew something was gonna come. So yeah. Now that we're here, we will pick back up on school in August. So.
You know, you're the type of dude, man, you like to cut up, you like to have loose, you like to have a lot of fun. You know, with a big victory in your debut, you're in Las Vegas. Is the celebration going to be epic?
We'll see. We'll see who hits me up. I got some people in Vegas that they do it pretty big. They got some nice mansions outside of Vegas, so they hit me up. They want to party. You know, we might do a little something, but might just keep it cool, man. Might just hang with my peoples, my fams, and my. I think a couple of my boys might be flying out, so we might just kick it at the tables and just kind of play at the tables all night long. But yeah, no, once I get that win, there's no way I'm sleeping. I know that for sure.
All right, Michael, last question for you, my friend. In a perfect world, what is the outcome Saturday night when you make your UFC debut against Oki Bolaji?
Perfect outcome. I finish him. You know, get on the mic, get to talk my talk, and then somehow, some way, I get to fight with my boy JV next week. Perfect scenario, but if not, man, just Saturday, take care of business, get the finish. At the end of the day, get the dub, man, and then go from there. And you know, now I can say I'm an official UFC fighter, and I can start really calling people out, and it actually works. You know, now I can actually start making some noise and start really getting some fights that I want.
Do you have a name? If you win, is there a potential call out coming?
Wait for it. I don't want to give you any surprises. I got some things I want to say, get off my chest. So y'all tune in. Make sure to watch.
That's it. All right, Michael, man, thank you so much. I know 5 million things going on right now. Really appreciate being able to cut it
Yes,
up
sir.
with you for
Yes,
a couple
sir.
minutes here, and wish you nothing but the
Absolutely.
best, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. That's it for us tonight. I'm Carl Peruzza. He is Michael Aswell making his debut on Saturday. Check him out. Taking on Oki Bolaji. Take care, fight fans.